Alright, I call this meeting to order at 6:30. Roll call.
Christian.
Here.
Oster. Here. Jeske.
Here.
Souter.
Here.
Bowles.
Here.
Whittington.
Here.
Holiday.
Here.
Alright. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Looking for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Jeske. I'll support. Supported by Whittington. All those in favor with the raised right hand, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. It's like forever since I said 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Jeske. Support. Supported by Whittington. All those in favor with the raised right hand, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Student and staff recognition.
All right, I've got three good ones tonight. First up, just big congratulations to varsity football coach Ryan Searsaw for being selected as the Division VII Region 1 Coach of the Year for this past year. After finishing 1-8 the year before, Coach Searsaw in his first year here helped lead the team to finish 5-4 during the regular season. He made the first round of the playoffs. Nice job, Coach. Looking forward to more good stuff. Also, big congratulations goes out to Mariah Thompson for being recognized Academic All-State for girls golf. We are still waiting on a volleyball academic all-state results, so that will come out in January, hopefully. Congratulations also to the bowling team for a great showing in their second match this past weekend at their tournament. They placed 4th out of 22 teams and were the only non-Division I or D1 division team to make it to the finals. Keep up the good work, bowlers. That is my recognition.
Okay, public comment. I see two. We'll start with Douglas Mark.
All right, I just want to say thank you to the board for approving the wireless system. I don't know if any of you seen the recent musical. I don't think I've seen any of you there, but it went off without a hitch. I couldn't believe it. It was excellent. Got the new wireless system in, hooked it all up, works flawlessly, no interference anymore. I have it all networked, I have it all, I can program it all, deploy it all right from the computer, change any settings right on the fly. Made it really nice for the musical because of different characters, different voices. So adjusting the gain on each mic and deploying it out instantaneously to just get the overall balance well, and new headset mics that work great. So I just want to give you an update on that, and I appreciate it because it takes a lot of stress off of me. So that's it.
Thank you. All right, and we have Ashley Jeske.
So first you guys should know this, but I'm gonna read this anyways. So our vision is that we're gonna be an outstanding K-12 school district where all students are provided the tools and skills to reach their full potential. On behalf of the Houghton Lake school community, I just wanted to thank the Houghton Lake community, the surrounding businesses, the board, parent sponsors, staff sponsors, for the overwhelming support for families this holiday season. We've had more than 25 different organizations, buildings, individual sponsors, the board, supporting families, and the support is so needed right now, and it's doing exactly that. It's helping individuals get the skills and the tools that they need to reach their biggest potential. And when I tell you how grateful the families are, they are so grateful. Sorry, when you're the one that gets to just drop off the stuff to them and see them be so emotional, it makes you emotional. And I just wanted to share that I've never been more proud to be a Bobcat.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Looking for a motion to move into closed session for the purpose of the superintendent's evaluation under Open Meetings Act Section 8A. Roll call.
We need a motion.
Motion first.
I'll make the motion.
Brian, motion. I'll support it. Supported by Whittington. Roll call.
Oster.
Yes.
Chesky,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Folds.
Yes. Okay, motion approved, 7-0. Motion to approve closed session meeting minutes. Motion by Souter. Supported by Bowles. All those in favor with the raised right hand, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Superintendent's report.
All right. I will be speedy because this one's a little bit longer. In case you haven't heard, recently the Everett school community experienced a tragedy and a serious hardship. An 8th grade student lost his battle with cancer, and 4 boys basketball players were in a serious car wreck. All have serious injuries and face significant rehab. Athletic Director Nate Morey has coordinated with the Everett AD to support the affected families in Everett schools, a fellow Highland Conference member district. During both home games this week, not against Everett, we're playing Lake City. Instead of selling admissions tickets, we will be accepting cash donations to benefit the families and players in Everett. So no admissions charge, but instead we'll collect, whatever folks can donate. We also are asking our coaches, players, and community members to wear something yellow tomorrow and Wednesday in support of the Everett community during these difficult times. Houghton Lake Community Schools is dedicating donations collected during the girls' games on Tuesday evening against Lake City to Grayson Froman. Grayson is the 8th grade student from Everett who was diagnosed with osteosarcoma earlier this year and recently passed away. On Wednesday night, Houghton Lake Community Schools will be dedicating donations collected during the boys' games to the 4 Everett boys basketball players who were seriously injured in the car crash. So that is definitely something that our hearts go out to the Everett community with both of those things that they're dealing with, and we're doing our part, and I'm happy to see other schools in the league doing the same. Everyone is finding a way to recognize and support financially the Everett community. Coming up, the Board of Education staff Christmas Tea Party. The board will be hosting this on December 20th. It's a Wednesday from 3:30 until 5. Thank you to Chartwells for catering the event. It will be in the junior and senior high school media center. Excited to announce that the new cameras that were ordered a while back have been installed here in the junior senior high, along with a new server that allows us to carry a greater number of cameras on the network. That includes additional and upgraded cameras outside as well, which really have a nice zoom feature, very clear, cover the parking lot so much better. Later on the agenda, you will also see a proposal for new cameras at community education. Annual budget amendment will be coming up later on the agenda, so I'm not going to say too many things about it. Leanna will be presenting that fall budget presentation to support the recommendation to approve the budget amendment, but I will share just a couple of tidbits. As highlights, we will be asking the board to approve an amended budget that adds about $400,000 more to the fund balance than we originally projected back in June when we adopted the budget for this school year. We are over the original budget for a few notable reasons, including better than projected student enrollment, increases in local tax revenues, decreases in expenses, and the new transportation categorical. I cannot be more happy with the work and the synergy that's going on between building principals and the business office with respect to district finances. Leanna's done a really nice job of helping bring the budget in budget meetings with me and the principals and the building secretaries that manage the purchase orders by helping make that budget attainable and understandable at the building level. It helps the building principals and their secretaries manage their finances better, and we all benefit from that. And so Leanna, thank you so much, because we are definitely all moving in the right direction. Later, also keeping in the finance category on the agenda, you're going to see a recommendation to transfer $500,000 to the Capital Projects Fund. As I've mentioned a few times over the past few months, now that we are completing the annual fall budget amendment, we have a better than projected fund balance. Leanna and I will be recommending the establishment of a capital projects fund in order to create a dedicated fund source for when unforeseen capital needs arise, like repairs to roofs and boilers, broken pipes, well pumps, other building and facility infrastructure surprises that sometimes pop up from time to time. This will allow the district to address those emergent needs without dipping into the fund balance. Action items C, D, and E, those three together will handle the creation of the capital projects fund, then the opening of the interest-bearing account to manage these funds, and then the transfer of the $500,000 into that dedicated fund for that purpose. ESSER RFP and bids timeline coming up. On the agenda, you'll see 2 action items for flooring work this coming summer. We are recommending River City Flooring and BOMA. River City for the junior, senior high, BOMA for Collins. I'm happy to see 2 separate contractors end up with the low bids on these projects. You know, we actually did have some concerns if it was one contractor trying to do both buildings, just the scale of the project so big. I was stressing a little bit about getting it all done in time, so I'm quite happy that we have 2 vendors that are going to tackle this work. Once these are approved, the district's going to move forward with securing final quotes for the Collins Upper Elementary roof, the Upper Elementary playground, and some parking lot repairs, and potentially additional things if we continue to come in under the projected budget. So we have been quite fortunate that on these ESSER projects we have actually had bids come in under what we set aside, which has allowed us to have a little extra money moving forward. So really excited that we are chipping away at that ESSER projects list, getting all those things done in a timely manner. And this next summer will certainly be busy also. So really excited about that.
Thank you. Presentation of the budget amendment.
Before I do the presentation, I just wanted to share with you a cash flow report that I thought might be something that you would like to be on a monthly basis. It's something I've done for other districts and they found it to be helpful. So you can just get an idea of the cash flow. And it just gives you a snapshot, basically, of our finances, with the top being our current cash in like the MyLaugh and Chase, and then like the anticipated cash receipts that we received over November. So you can see like our state aid, our food service, athletics, any federal grant monies that came in, and property taxes. And then you also see the disbursement. So that's something that you get in the board report already, is the accounts payable, but this just kind of puts it in perspective for you to see what's brought in, what's going out, and then the payroll, and then the estimated projection at the end of the month. So I just wanted to present that to you to see if that's something that you would like to see on a monthly basis.
It's great. Yeah.
Leanna, before you jump into that presentation, I will, since you handed this out, just make a note that I appreciate all your efforts to be diligent working with some recent cash transfers, you know, from one bank to MyLaugh. You know, we just saw the last month's interest come in just for the month at $35,000. That's strong interest for 1 month, and so really hats off to you for that. Thank you so much.
All right. So in your board package, you already had the amended budget as presented with the under the function code. So this is just kind of a overview of that budget. So just to let you see where our fall enrollment ended up. For our fall enrollment this year, we ended up at 1151 was the actual count. We had projected 1146, so we came pretty close to that projection. Now for our state aid, we had kind of taken the mid-range on that one when we projected the budget back in June. We had built our budget on state aid of $9,516, and the actual state aid came in at $9,608. So. And on the revenue side, I just wanted to kind of show you again the grants and non-grant sources. I did highlight on this one just to let you know that our ESSER 2 actually ends December of this year. And we have everything spent. In fact, they've already turned in the final expenditure report. So that was due in November. ESSER 3 is going to end this time next year. So just so you know, those are one-time funds and they will be ending. So on our revenue overview, when we projected back in June, our actual revenue is down $427,700 from what the projection was done. As you can see, actually our local sources are up, the state sources are up, the federal is down, and other is up. Federal sources, we'll go into the actual revenue changes. Our revenue sources on the local side are up due to our local tax base. Actually, Denton, Lake, and Markey are up considerably. Those actual rates don't come in until after June, so when I did it in June, it was just actually a projection, so I try to take the lower end of it, so I'd like to come back and show an increase. So on the state side, our revenues are up due to transportation, the new transportation categorical that we have for buses and our enrollment stabilization, and then we also had some adult, the alternative ed funding sources that weren't in the original budget. Those were things that we didn't know about in June. And then on the federal side, the grants, the federal side were down, and mostly it's just due to the capital projects for ESSER 3, because they're not going to be completed by June 30th, so I had to move that money from June. It'll go into the 24-25 budget. The revenues are up due to the interest on the cash accounts being more than anticipated. On our expenditure side, our overall expenditures are actually projected to be down from the 23-24 original budget that we did in June. As you can see, the instruction is down considerably, supporting services is up, administration is up, operations is down, transportation is up slightly, and other central support is up, community services up very slightly. Now the major changes on the expenditure side, under instruction is actually a decrease in our ESSER 3 learning loss expenses. Those are just our summer school. I had put aside money for that. Actually, it's going to be a lot things that will happen after June 30th. So that money was just moved, like I said, to the next budget year. Also, just reclassing of teacher and added needs to our support title grant. And those are just moved to the supporting services only because of the way that it's coded in our grant. It moves from instruction to support services. So, and then under administration, we had a little increase in wages and benefits. Workers' comp was added in there too, and our summer tax collection was higher than anticipated on a projected budget in June. Under operations, the decrease there is due to the ESSER 3 projects. I had the all-in budget and the original projection. This will just be projects that are going to be done after June 30th. So like the flooring and that kind of thing is going to happen after June 30. Transportation was just an increase due to retirement benefits higher than projected. And other central support is an increase on the security cameras and Chromebooks. Those weren't in the original budget, but they are supported by the grants for security and ESSER 2. So for our summary on our budget amendment, we're looking at total revenues of $19,334,964, and our total expenditures are $18,397,457, giving us revenue over expenditures of $937,507. And with our fund balance, July 1st, which was $4,775,038, it gives us a projected fund balance of $5,712,545,000. That's 31.1%. So, like Ben said, we are at a place, where it makes sense to consider, transferring a portion into a capital projects account, since we don't have like a sinking fund or a bond to take care of things that could happen, you know, like he was saying, a roof or things that we just unforeseen. It's a good idea. On the next slide, that just kind of shows you where we've been and where we are headed with our fund balance. So we're definitely headed in the right direction.
It's a fun year,
Does anyone have any questions for me?
huh? Just kudos.
Oh.
Did you get a good picture, Cheryl?
No.
Cheryl, we'll wait for you. No phones.
No hesitation, she's just like, no. Get your press pass on you, Cheryl. Okay, any questions? All right, seeing none, moving on to action items. Looking for a motion to approve Superintendent Williams' evaluation. Mr. Williams is rated at an 85%, which is effective.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Whittington,
I'll support.
supported by Jeske. Glad you guys changed that up for me. Roll call.
Bowles,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Oster.
Yes. All right, motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve the 2023-2024 budget amendment as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Souter,
Support.
supported by Bowles. Roll call.
Oster,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Bowles,
Yes.
Souter.
Yes.
Looking for a motion to approve the establishment of a capital funds project.
I'll make that motion.
Capital Projects Fund.
I'll support.
Motion by
Oster.
Oster, supported by Whittington. Roll call.
Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster,
Yes.
Bowles,
Yes.
Souter.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve the opening of the capital funds, project funds account at Chase Bank.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Souter.
I'll support.
Supported by Oster. Roll call.
Bowles,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Oster.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to transfer $500,000 from the general fund into the capital projects fund account.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Oster,
I'll support.
supported by Jeske. Roll call.
Whittington,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Bowles.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to purchase for, looking for a motion to approve the purchase of one used maintenance truck up to the amount of $15,000 from the general fund.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Whittington,
Support.
supported by Bowles. Any discussion? Seeing none? Do you want?
I mean, I can certainly
Okay.
give you an update. This is the first time you've probably seen a motion like this because, you know, it's hard to have a purchase of a district vehicle without having the vehicle identified. So what we wanted to do was create a threshold up to which we could source a good work truck. If you haven't seen the blue and silver old unit that sits out here, it's Fred Flintstone. You can see the floor or the street under your feet as you go by. It does start and run, but it's quite beat up, and you know, we do transport things in it. We do go out to community ed in it, and it's about time we don't have it on the roads anymore for just general safety reasons. So looking forward to retiring that vehicle, and if we find something at an auction or at a local dealership that's up to that threshold, it might be 12,000, might be 11, who knows? This just would create that opportunity for George to begin shopping and looking.
Okay. Any questions? All right, roll call.
Souter,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Bowles. Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve Carter Compton quote for side court basketball backstops in the amount of $7,520 from the general fund.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Jeske. I'll support. Discussion? Description?
Yeah, this is something that we started a meeting or two ago by having the approval for and then replacing the two main basketball hoops and structures and electric motors that raise and lower them. When the company was here doing those two, they pointed out some deficiencies in the other four that are original to the gym and pushing 50 years old. So we certainly don't want a safety issue there. So new cables, new safety straps, so they're up to code, new motors, and instead of, you know, the old drill style where you raise them up and down, it will be a turnkey, you know, up and down for the four side hoops.
Any questions? All right, roll call.
Bowles. Yes. Souter,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve TKS quote for a new camera security system at the Community Education Building in the amount of $5,312, Section 97 School Safety Grant Funds.
Make that motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Oster, supported by Jeske. Discussion? None? Len, you have anything on that?
No, I covered this in my update. I'm just excited to continue to get some older cameras replaced and have some better surveillance and safety for our buildings.
Okay, roll call.
Bowles. Yes. Holliday,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Oster,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Souter.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve Buer lumber contract to clear cut and thin trees on HLCS property in Merritt.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Whittington,
I'll support.
supported by Jeske. Any discussion? Seeing none, we've discussed this in previous meetings, so roll call.
Bowles. Yes. Holliday,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Oster,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Souter.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve the proposal from River City Flooring for flooring work in the junior senior high school in the amount of $108,894 from Essers.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Souter,
I'll support.
supported by Oster. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Souter,
Yes.
Bowles. Yes. Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster.
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0. Looking for a motion to approve the proposal from Boma Corporation for flooring work in Collins Elementary School in the amount of $248,370 from Essers.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Souter,
I'll support.
supported by Oster. Any discussion?
I'm just excited.
Seeing none, roll call.
Oster,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Bowles. Yes.
Second reading, adoption of policies 1540, 1615, 3215, 4215, 5512, 7434, 8305, 8531, and 9160.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Whittington. Supported by Bowles. Do we have any discussion or further questions in regards to the policies? Okay, seeing none, roll call.
Bowles,
Yes.
Souter,
Yes.
Holliday,
Yes.
Whittington,
Yes.
Jeske,
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
Oster.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Discussions, the proposed 2024 Board of Education calendar. Anybody see any conflicts?
Looks good to me.
Okay, all right.
It's good to me.
The Christmas tea party for Wednesday, December 20th in the library here, 3:30 to 5 p.m. In the past, we have done up to $25 gifts per board member to be raffled off. Teachers come in, write their name on a slip, and it's randomized drawing. Neither one of you were here last year, then, right?
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to be here this year, that's
Okay.
gonna be, family's gonna be mine.
Okay, so
Ashley, the last one.
Ashton made the last one? Okay.
Yep.
So even if you're not in attendance, if you feel like participating in providing a gift, we usually drop them off in the office to Kim, or are we dropping them off to you,
You can
Leanna?
drop off to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So anybody who's interested, as long as it's here before the 20th, Leanna will make sure that it gets down to the library for the staff. And then, of course, board is welcome to join and be there if your schedule allows. Just a nice little send off for the staff. Anything you wanna add to those, Ben?
No, that's great. I know the staff really enjoyed it. I think for COVID, probably, we had a couple years where we didn't do it, and so it's nice that we're doing it again. It's nice just to get together and laugh and, have some tea and cocoa and coffee and, give everybody a nice send-off going into the holidays, so, very
Okay.
good.
Look ahead at your board event calendars. Going into January, we kind of have a lot going on. Upcoming events. Any other questions? Board comment?
Ben, where can people go if they can't make the games this week, that want to donate to Everett?
Ooh, good question. I would say we could accept a donation here in the junior senior high office, just straight to Julie Beauvais. And we can then earmark it for the donation box at the game tomorrow or Wednesday.
Can we get that out on social media?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. I'll mention that to Jeff and Nate just to put that out.
And I know me and Mrs. Fields down there usually donate cookies, or decorate cookies.
You look at this Mrs. Fields, you look.
Yeah, he knows who Mrs. Fields is
Yeah.
down there. So, are we gonna open that up to the board too, typically they invite us, but
To do what?
to go out there and decorate cookies.
For the
With who?
cookies and cocoa thing.
Over at the
Collins,
elementary.
yeah, Collins.
Oh, gotcha.
Last
Do
couple
we
He's
years.
even
not
know when
talking
that
to
is
me.
or anything?
The last couple of years, I know Mark and I have won.
Yeah, I got
They
it.
love,
Man,
they
by all,
love
they
Mrs.
love
Fields
us.
summer.
So that's the Paul Pride on December
Yeah.
15th?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, you're a
Oh,
little
alright.
further down, I got you,
Okay. So
And
we,
so those are things that, the things that are listed in upcoming student events are typically things that we are welcome to attend if we just give the building administrator a heads up that we plan on attending.
okay.
Chauncey does a great Santa Claus when it's there too, so.
You just love it,
Alright.
right? Tackle all that.
Any other discussion? If not, it is late enough, and I adjourn us at 9:25.
Chauncey, you got any down in the airport?